Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Thursday, January 18th, 2024, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $ ORION NWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got NHL action this Thursday night. The Seattle Kraken defend the deep, release the Kraken versus the Edmonton Oilers. Puck drop is going to be here momentarily in just about a minute. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. And let's get into the matchup. And let's take a quick look at the thumb. And obviously, we got Jared McCann on the left. And you already know what it is on the right. Connor McDavid, baby. Let's go. And I obviously know how tough this is going to be. We got Joey Decord back in net in the last 10 games. Right now, Seattle has an 8-2 record, but unfortunately, the Edmonton Oilers are 10-0. They have so many weapons. This one could get ugly, but I just have to hope they can find a way to get it done. Connor McDavid has 16 goals and 42 assists for the Oilers. Zach Hyman has scored 8 goals and 4 assists over the last 10 games. So they have weapons on weapons on weapons. So as long as we can hold Edmonton to, I'm thinking, under 3, that'll be the goal. Hopefully with Joey Decord, we can get somewhere between maybe giving up only a goal or 2. But let's be realistic. Edmonton is 10-0. They're at home. This is the last game on the road trip. We're tired. We're injured. We're beat up. So this is going to be very, very difficult to win. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But if we can end up getting off to a good start early, like, for example, getting a goal or 2, in the first period to set the tone, be aggressive, get into the power play, we might be able to hang around once we get into the third period. Otherwise, if we kind of play like we did in the last matchup when we had Dredge in net, when we ended up playing the Rangers, it just kind of felt that we were out of it from the very beginning. And also the previous matchup where we were 8-0, and then we ended up losing to the Pittsburgh Penguins at an early start at 10 a.m. So I feel that, Sidney Crosby had his game. The Rangers, they did their thing. So now, it's Connor McDavid. It's the rest of the crew. It's not going to just be him. And hopefully we can minimize the damage that they're going to be able to, do upon us. But hopefully we can come up with the dub at the end. Sarah in the building, what's good? Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it. Let's go. I'm ready. And I'm going to try to go through some more images to be able to see what else I can find. But also we have some injuries, obviously, with the Kraken. And hopefully we can end up getting more of our guys back. Especially with no Matty Beniers. That's definitely tough. We still got Bjorky out there, but no Vince Dunn, no Enforcer. So I'm hoping, as we, get closer and closer, and once we get to the All-Star break and whatnot, things will start to kind of, take advantage for, Seattle and the rest of the crew, where we can actually find a way to get up on teams early and find a way to be able to show that we are the Seattle Kraken, defend the deep, release the Kraken. Let's go. All right, we're about to get started here. Pride night at Rogers Place in Edmonton. $80 for Brady. Nice. They're just doing kind of intros now. Get a couple photos up. And I got some good ones here for Edmonton, too. We're going through intros right now. We'll go through some photos. I got a lot of Connor McDavid, as you can see. All right, Bowie, we're going to need you today. This is going to be a tough one for sure. Go, baby. Release the Kraken. Defend the deep, baby. Daniel in the building. What's good? Yeah, it depends on what kind of AJ Brown you're going to get, though. You know, there's always going to be the hypotheticals and whatnot. But, you know, to see how things were so good with him and Jalen, and then obviously them beefing on the sideline, and that was supposed to be like his boy, you know, and you saw what happened there. So, you know, based off talent, yeah, that would be good. But I'm not sure chemistry wise. And honestly, I don't know if he has any interest of going to Indy. You know, I'm not saying that Indy is a shitty team. You know what I mean? But being a small market team like Tampa and Indianapolis, it's not going to be the number one choice for a lot of these players. So if it ends up happening, that would be great for your team. But I don't think that there's any scenario in my head that I can come out with where AJ Brown joins that team. You know, even though, you know, AR looks like he got the potential to lift that team to a AFC South crown sooner than later. Even though you know that the Texans are on the up and up, the Jags, and then obviously the team that's kind of falling back in the division is the Titans. But I mean, you never know. You know, we'll have to kind of wait and see. You know, where some of the free agents go. But I'm not sure if it would really necessarily be a fit. But we'll wait and see. I mean, I can't see it, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. Just like with Vrabel. You know, Vrabel might get hired by Seattle or, you know, one of these other teams, but I don't think it's a good fit there. You know, if they want to go for him, that's fine. But obviously with what Schneider was saying, they may want to go for offensive-minded coach. You know, so obviously that would put Johnson probably in the front runner column as well as a few others. But I guess you just have to wait and see, you know, with what's going to happen. A lot of guys can have talent, but it also has to be a good chemistry and a good fit, not only for players, but for a coach as well. Yeah, but I mean, he might love Steichen, but is he going to love him enough to go from Philadelphia to Indy, though? You know, let's be real. You know, like with your team, it's your team, right? You know, but it's not like it's going to be a free agent heaven where everyone is clamoring to come to Indianapolis. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're going to get some free agents to come time to time, but it isn't really the NFL players' number one destination. You don't hear players clamoring saying, oh my God, I got to go to Indy. I got to go play for the Colts. You know, maybe when Peyton Manning was there, or maybe when Andrew Luck was there, you know, but the same thing goes with me in Tampa typically as well, besides obviously getting Bruce Arians and Brady and Gronk. But normally people don't want to come to small market teams. So Dewey DeCord and Stuart Skinner in that. Let's go, baby. Belichick is absolutely not a fit in Atlanta. So, you know, they can have interviews with the Chargers, you know, hack with the red tie. I see you, you know, but again, it's going to be more than, you know, just, you know, hey, I'm a coach, I'm available. It has to be the right fit. I mean, can you see yourself with Belichick going from the Patriots to the Falcons? No way in hell. I don't see that there's no scenario in my head that I can see that. But, you know, I would assume that he'd want to go to a team better than that. So, and I don't think it would be a very good fit. You know, does Atlanta have discipline? Not really. And then you're going to bring a guy that's going to be a hard ass and a disciplined guy. I don't know. I just don't think that would work out. I mean, at that case, you might as well just stay in New England, but he doesn't have that option. So now he's going to have to find another way to extend his career. All right, come on, Seattle. But there'll be a lot of openings, but as far as good fits, we have to kind of wait and see. But if AJ Brown was willing, you know, and you guys have the money and he wanted to go there, yeah, that would be huge for you guys. I mean, that would be the difference between you guys, you know, maybe finishing 9-8, or 8-9, or even less if there's injuries to AR. And if AR can stay healthy for a full 17 games and you add AJ Brown, yeah, that you're definitely turned into a 10 to 12 win team in the AFC South. Yeah, you're going to have to compete with Jacksonville and you're going to have to compete with Houston. But if you end up getting a player like that and keep adding pieces and you have a true number one and then Pittman can move to the 2, Downs to the 3, yeah, that could be pretty sexy and pretty exciting. All right, one shot on goal apiece here for the Kraken and the Oilers. Let's go, baby. Hope this one doesn't get ugly. Last 10 games, Edmonton is 10-0, the hottest team in the NHL. From the previous 2 games, we were the second hottest. We were 8-0, but then we've dropped the last 2 games to the Penguins and the Rangers. So I'm hoping that we can find a way to not get embarrassed here tonight. But last game of the road trip, we got a few guys injured. It's going to take everything that we got and a little bit of luck to come out with the dub today. We got a power play early. Hyman. Yeah, I would just say that those are going to be, as far as offensive guys, those would be the two that I would be kind of leaning towards. And there's probably going to be a couple others as well, because you got to think there's going to be guys that they're talking about rumored wise now, and then you also have to look at other options that are going to be out there that maybe haven't been presented, like Eric Bieniemy or anybody else that's currently in the playoffs right now as an OC or a DC. And obviously, with like Johnson being the Lions, OC, we already know he'll be a hot commodity. But I mean, would you really want to leave Detroit for Seattle? I'm not sure if I would. I mean, I get it. Being a head coach would be better than being an OC. But if you're an OC, you're probably not going to get fired. If you're a head coach for Seattle and you struggle in a year or two, you might be gone. So I don't know. I guess it just depends on what each individual wants to do. But if I'm the Lions, I know I can still get back if Johnson leaves. But if you can keep Johnson there, and obviously with Mr. Biting Kneecaps himself, Dan Campbell, that would definitely benefit Detroit moving forward. It would give them a better chance to make an NFC Championship game or a Super Bowl if they could keep both of them together. But the NFL is a business, and Johnson obviously will be a hot commodity. But also remember, not everybody has Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, right? Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery. So yeah, I mean, he is a decent offensive coordinator, but hell, I could be a decent offensive coordinator with a fucking lineup like that. Anybody that knows football to a certain degree, it wouldn't be that hard to call plays for that fucking unit. And then on top of that, as far as like the offensive line, they got 2 guys out of 5 that are pretty solid. They can improve the other 3. But it's like, how hard would it really be to be able to coach up and call plays for one of the best offenses in the entire league? You know what I mean? And Seattle doesn't have the same type of personnel. Geno is good, but I don't know. Like, what are we going to get out of Geno? He's not as good as Goff at this point. He had one good year. This year he kind of struggled. Kenneth Walker III, I like him. You got DK, you got Tyler Lockett, you got JSN, but the weapons and the offensive line are nowhere near the same. So if you're going to be running similar plays like you are for Gibbs and Montgomery, and the offensive line doesn't improve, you're not going to have very good results. So that's something to take in consideration too. Just because you were good on one team doesn't mean you're going to be good on another. Or if you change roles from an OC to a head coach. And as you know, a lot of these OCs and DCs, they can't do it. They're not good enough leaders to call plays and then be the OC or the DC. It's just the reality of it all. And you don't got to be a grandpa like Belichick, to be able to, be necessarily like a good coach. You can be young, but again, sometimes it takes time, and a lot of coaches won't have enough time to be able to prove themselves because it's a what have you done for me lately type of league. And that's just kind of how it goes. 5 minutes have passed here in the first period. We're still knotted up at 0. Come on, Kraken. Good defense there, and I'm glad to see Joey Decord back in net. Because obviously with Dredge, being third string, temporarily second string since Grew is out with the lower body injury, and he'll be out for a while. We have to have Joey play pretty much every game. Dredge is just not on that same level. Connor McDavid doing big things. Has he got 16 points in the last 10 games? Guy's killing it. But it looks like the Kraken are coming out here pretty aggressive. They're not just kind of going through the motions, which is nice. Both teams with 4 shots on goal already within the first 4 or 5 minutes, so they're matching the intensity of Edmonton, and I like that because we're going to need it. If they're not going to, this one's going to be a blowout for sure. Come on, Kraken. And then we'll see what happens towards the weekend. You know, if I end up doing 2 games and 2 games, we'll figure that out as we get closer to that. And then tomorrow, I'll have to look at the slate to see what we got going there as well. We got Wild Panthers, Red Wings, Hurricanes, Devils, Blue Jackets, and Islanders, Blackhawks. I mean, obviously, if Connor Bedard was playing, I wouldn't mind doing that. I guess maybe the Devils and the Blue Jackets, but I'm not sure if Odin's son would be able to come through or not. So we'll decide if we end up doing NHL tomorrow, NBA, or if we take the day off and then just go ham on the weekend on Saturday and Sunday. So. Edmonton won 4-2 against the Maple Leafs on Tuesday. 11-game win streak currently for the Edmonton Oilers. And hopefully we can get some goats to come through and show some love. Definitely going to need it. You know, we had definitely had rain, start to melt some of the snow and ice away. So we're still another maybe day or two from everyone feeling comfortable driving out on the roads and whatnot. So. But I've been able to take Paisley on about 30 to 40-minute walks. We did 2 today in the rain, and we'll do another one here after this matchup is over. Oh, baby. All right, a commercial break, 0-0. Reba. Well, hopefully we end up having an amazing matchup. We'll find out if we have any upsets or not. But hopefully it ends up being Niners and Ravens because that's going to get the most rating. And I think there's a good chance that the Niners get revenge based off that earlier matchup against Baltimore. Especially if it's not going to be a home field advantage for either one. I think both are great, on the road. We already know that. But it wouldn't shock me either way if the Ravens ended up winning or if the Niners were able to find a way to end up being the champ. So, but, I mean, you still got to get past, the teams that you're going to be playing against, obviously this weekend before we can talk about Ravens and Niners. So. But I would assume, the Niners will end up beating, Green Bay. Detroit will beat Tampa, and then we'll get Niners in Detroit. Niners will win, and then Ravens and Texans, and then the Ravens would win, and then obviously Bills Chiefs is right down the middle. Zero, it could go either way, and it might be the Bills this year. Obviously Chiefs fans are going to want to pray and hope it's them, but it wouldn't shock me if the Bills ended up taking it this season. And then if it ended up being Bills or Chiefs versus Ravens, I mean, you could really say any of those three could end up coming out. I really think that the AFC is a little bit closer, based off what could happen compared to the NFC. The path, it seems like it might be a little bit easier for, the NFC if, Niners can get past Green Bay, which I feel they will. McDavid, good defense there. Oh, stick. Who's the penalty on? Connor McDavid. We didn't knock that stick out of his hands, baby. 7 minutes to go. Let's see what's going on Friday. And obviously we saw the news and the headlines. DeAndre Ayton couldn't even get out of his house. Like I'm telling you, the snow and the ice was so bad here in Oregon. I don't think I've ever seen it like this, but imagine an ice cube, right? An ice cube and all the layers and how slippery it is. And that was pretty much everywhere in Oregon. I mean, it was even hard to walk, in certain places without slipping and falling. I don't think I've ever seen it like that. So, all right, what do we got tomorrow on Friday? We got Spurs, Hornets, Sixers, Magic, Nuggets, Celtics on ESPN, which is, I guess, halfway decent. Pacers and Trailblazers, but, obviously, the Blazers are just terrible. So maybe Nuggets. Yeah, well, you read everything like I do, so there's nothing that really slips between the headlines between you and me, and and a few others on the channel. I mean, all I do is read. So anything that's important or not important that's in the sports and wrestling world, by the time that we stream, we pretty much read everything that's going on. So. But Anthony Simon's got that little floater for the dub, which is nice. But, Blazers are one of the bottom 5 teams in the NBA. They are terrible. All right, baby. Less than 12 minutes to go. 0-0. 7 shots on goal for Edmonton. 0 for the Kraken. Joey Decord doing his thing. Let's go, baby. This is what I need tonight. I need a big, big day out of Joey Decord. We need to be able to get off this losing streak. 8-0, and then we lost to the Penguins and Rangers. Definitely could have beat both of those teams, but when you're on a long road trip, you get tired, and you got injuries, lots of mileage, on the plane. So hopefully we can come out with some good intensity, and so far we have. I mean, right now we haven't given up 1 or 2 goals early, and they have so many weapons on that Edmonton Oilers roster other than Connor McDavid. So far so good. I don't know. That is a good question. I'm not sure. Hopefully we'll get some people, coming through. But we haven't really been able to leave the house in about a week. So I'm definitely ready to go to the store and get some fruit for Paisley, stock up on some more Monster energy drinks and chips and snacks and whatever. So hopefully I'll be able to end up doing that here sooner than later. And you don't really recognize it too much, until you start getting a little stir crazy and whatnot with everything. When you're in, and I'm not going to be in the house the whole time. Obviously, I'm going to be outside, but good save there by Skinner. Four on 4. Come on, baby. Release the Kraken. Defend the deep. Go, Joey. I need you, baby. This would be a big win. And no Vince Dunn, so we're not going to be doing too many fights, I would assume. And that's kind of the identity the Kraken had, when we were 8-0. It's like if someone wanted to step up, there's going to be certain enforcers on the team that will throw punches and kind of get the team going. And some of those guys are hurt right now. So no Matty Beniers, no Vince Dunn, So hopefully we can find a way. But I like the way that we've been playing so far. There we go. 1-0 Kraken. Let's go. Sometimes you just got to talk them up, baby. Yeah. Let's go, baby. And make sure everyone is looking out for their mental health. You only got one. Take care of yourself. Let's go, Kraken. Eli Tolvanen. Yeah, baby. Assisted by Oliver Bjorkstrand. 1-0 Kraken. That's huge. Huge. Let's go. Hell yeah. I'm talking about. Nice job, baby. Let's go. Well, I didn't know if we would be able to score first, but here we are. See the replay again here. Nice pass by Bjorkstrand. Tolvanen one-on-one. Top shelf. Woo! And like I said, it's all about good defense and then that nice, crisp initial outlet pass like on a fast break. And if you can get that nice, crisp pass on that one-on-one, or if it's a one-on-two, you're going to have a good shot. And great pass by Bjorky right there. Eli Tolvanen with the goal. 12th of the year for Eli. 1-0 Kraken, baby. Yeah. Let's go. Oh, you're all good. Hope that you're doing well. Nice goal by Eli Tolvanen, assisted by Bjorky, and that is his 24th assist of the season. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Bowie loves that. That's what I'm talking about. Bjorkstrand doing Bjorkstrand things, baby. 1-0 Kraken. Edmonton is an 11-0 in their last 11 games. Right now, the Kraken are 8-2 in an 8-game win streak. So if we can find a way just to be aggressive throughout this matchup with no Matty Beniers, right? No Vince Dunn, this would be a huge, huge win. To be the team that eliminates, them from their win streak. So, oh, no worries. Sounds good. Let's do it. Hopefully we can get some coaches to come through and show some love. Yeah, and then I guess depending on what we decide to do tomorrow and where we get, with donos, today and tomorrow, depending on if we stream tomorrow or not, maybe I might end up doing both games, both on Saturday, both on Sunday. But if I end up doing that, I gotta, make sure I wake up early or do those thumbs early, if we're gonna end up doing those. Just the only thing is that if I'm gonna do both, hopefully we can end up getting a good turnout. And also hopefully we can end up hitting the goal, and the chances of hitting the goal on those early games, I'm not really what the probability is, unless we get the right type of person to come through to show some, appreciation and some support. But all 4 games are very, very interesting to me. It's not like I don't want to do the early games. I want to do all 4, but kind of, we'll see where we go in the next couple days. Today we'll see where we get, with donos. We'll see where we go tomorrow. And then that might determine what we end up doing on Saturday and Sunday. So, okay, yeah, I can always get Matt to fill in for you if you're going to be gone. Sunday, are you going to be available on Sunday on any of the streams, or you just wouldn't be available for the first one for Tampa and the Lions? Just make sure you message me and let me know which ones you're going to be able to be here for and which ones you're not. So, let's go, baby. The first one. So just the Tampa and the Lions game if I decide to do that one? Let's go, Kraken. Let's go, baby. One zero Seattle. Eight shots on goal for Edmonton. 6 for Seattle. Edmonton's on the power play with about 1:30 left. Seattle's defense has been fantastic so far. Don't want to jinx it because normally when you say something like that, that's when Edmonton, gets a goal right away, right after I say it. But Joey's been great in that, and I like the intensity that we've shown right out of the gates last game in the road trip. So Goats, goats, goats. Who's going to save us tonight? But it's nice to be able to have a little bit of melt, here. It's okay when you have snow and ice for like a day or two, but when it ends up being like a week, it starts to get a little old, and you just want to get back to, doing your regular routine, which is I like to be able to get out there and walk with Paisley for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And, with the conditions they've been, it's been a little tough, but we were able to do it yesterday, and we were able to do it today. We got rained on pretty hard today, but we didn't slip and fall, and we had a good time. So definitely good for my mental health to get out there. You're getting snow overnight. We're getting a little bit of a maybe rain snow mix, but I don't think anything is going to be serious. We're just finally getting to the point where things are starting to melt. Thank God. So it's not fun being able to be like stuck in your house for like a week, pretty much. But I've never seen it so slick here in Oregon. For DeAndre Ayton, and people were making fun of him. They're like, oh, they couldn't send someone to come pick him up. Like the roads and the sidewalks, like everything was like so crazy. Like literally, I remember, when that ice hit on top of the snow. I mean, like literally, I couldn't even take Paisley for a walk. Like I went out there, towards the driveway, on the sidewalks and the roads, and you're literally each step, your legs are going in a different direction and you're slipping. Let's go! 2-0, Kraken. Boom. Let's go, baby. Yes. We're all the Kraken fans on YouTube. You think there'd be more Kraken fans to come through and hang out, with your boy. And obviously, we're not the best team that's out there, but you would think there would be some Mariner fans and Blazer fans, Ducks and Beavers and Cougs and Huskies. Let's go. That got my mental health up. Bang, bang, baby. And you already know who it is. Who is it? Who is it? Jared McCann, baby. He got on the thumb for a reason. Let's go, Bowie. 2-0. Kraken. Yes. This is like so much better than how they were playing against Pittsburgh and the Rangers. I love it. Assisted by Jordan Eberle and Yanni Gord. 2-0. Kraken. Release the Kraken. Defend the team. I did not assume that I would assume it was going to be Edmonton, 2. Right. And I was going to be like, oh, I'm going to have to put up this shiny one. I got the regular one. Right. And I got the shiny one. So I figured, oh, we're going to be showing this all game long. And what did I say at the very beginning? If we can get off to a 1 or 2 goal lead in the first period, and maybe we're going to be aggressive and we'll have a chance. And oh, good save. Get it out of there. Yes. Oh, baby. Open net for a second when Joey fell over. Good defense and good awareness by the Kraken to get it out of there. But this is exactly what I wanted, for a team that's got an 11-game win streak. Let's go. No. You're a good luck charm. Are you kidding me? I already, like I said, even at the very beginning, I know we look at records and sometimes we're like, oh God, they're 11-0, they're the hottest team. But remember, who was the second hottest team besides them? It was us when we were 8-0. So, but last game on the road trip, and 2 things usually happen: you're flat as hell, and you get your ass kicked, and it ends up being like a 5-1 game, right? Or you come in, Hack. I believe Hack was wearing the red tie today. He says, you know what? We had that 8-game win streak. We played very flat against the Penguins with Sidney Crosby and the Rangers, right? And we just find a way in this last game just to give it all we got before we go home. And we were aggressive. We got him in the power play early. We got Joey Decord in net, and things have been going good. And we're actually getting people to help him out. So Jared McCann, baby, I see you. Eli Tolvanen, I see you. Bjorky getting involved with the assists. And here's the golden gem right here. Joey Decord, baby. Let's go. He's electric. Mental health. Take care of it, baby. Make sure you take care of your mental health. It's very important. Let's go. Let's go. Nice job, Jared. And you're going to need guys to step up. I can't wait until Maddie comes back and Vince done. But, other guys are going to have to step up. And, hey, it's Jared McCann's world, and I'm just living in it. Let's go. Bowie loves it. Headbang it, Bowie. Yep. Clap it out. Wave the towel. We're not the Pittsburgh Steelers, but, hey, it don't matter. Let's go. Nice job, Jared. 2-0 crack. Like, literally the best start that you could have for, if we get one more goal, then it'll be like the ultimate. You don't need to get greedy. But I was thinking 1 or 2 goals in the first period would set the tone. That doesn't mean we're going to win. Edmonton, they got so many good players with Connor McDavid and so many others that can, hurt you, and not only short term, but long term. And we need to get a dub against them. Game one, earlier in the year, we lost 4-1 at home. And then on the road, we ended up losing 4-3 in OT. That was in November. So this game, and then we got one more game, March 2nd, I believe. So if we can get this, and then maybe win that March 2nd game, then we can even it out for the year. So we have seen it's a red one today. Yeah, it's a red tie today. So I don't know what maybe that red is lucky. Apparently it is. All I know is it's electric, baby. Let's go. Yes, super long road trip, over 5,000 miles. So many teams. It can get rough. So yeah, baby, we like you. We like you. Get those boys motivated. I'm ready. Nah, blood red, not maroon today. I would have let you know if it was the maroon or the purple, or if it had. I mean, they didn't do a close up on it. I couldn't tell if there's like little, designs on it, but it looked like it was a solid from what I saw. So it looked like it was the blood red. Hopefully they show him some more. But for when they showed him right before the puck drop, backhand almost went in. It looked like a solid red tie, but again, it was from far away, and I didn't really have I couldn't see if there's any designs on it, but blood red though. Passing has been crisp. We've been playing great defense. We got in the power play early. Everything is going the Kraken's way so far. Defend the deep, release the Kraken, and I'm so glad that we got a little bit of a line change here. But I'm glad that we're staying aggressive, and we're not just playing woe is me. We're going to play spoiler. Who's going to be the team to make sure that they get that first loss after this 11-game win streak? Why not the Kraken, huh? No mercy. And I'm wearing the red hoodie today. Normally, when I end up, doing the Kraken games, right? Normally, I end up wearing, Mariners or blue, to represent the Kraken. But today I thought, let's do something a little bit different. We've been on a 2-game, losing streak, and I don't know if I had to channel into Hack's inner look. I didn't know he was going with the blood red tie. I didn't know I was going to be wearing the red hoodie until right before I started the stream. But I said, you know what? Let's do something different today. And maybe me and Hack are locked and loaded. I don't know. But the red is working today. Let's go, baby. And I like the defense for the Kraken, too. When Joey got out of position off one initial save, the net was open, and you had 3 Kraken players right there trying to defend to get it out of there, out of the crease. So we haven't really seen that in the last 2 games. One, obviously, with Joey Decord, and then one with Dredd. So this is nice to be able to see, like, everyone, it feels, is, like, on the same page, and everyone is motivated. And obviously the results are showing. 2-0 Kraken. Let's go. Hell of a start for us. Vander Kane, got to watch out for Kane. They got too many players on that roster. They have so many guys. I mean, it's not just Connor McDavid, too. Let them know. If you're just hopping in, Edmonton Oilers, last 11 games, 11-0. Last 10 games, Kraken are 8-2. Last losses were against the Penguins and Sidney Crosby and the Rangers on Tuesday night. And, we're finding a way to get this done. 2-0 Kraken, last game on the road trip. Passing so much crisper in this game. I mean, the passing in the first period has been 10 times better than anything that I saw in the 3 periods against the Rangers and the 3 against the Penguins. Let's go. And what makes it even more impressive, no Matty Beniz and no Vince Dunn. So, and no Belmont either. So, I mean, we got a few guys that definitely could be in that rotation that could help. But we have enough out there. And it's nice to be able to see guys get called up from like Coachella, like Riker Evans and whatnot. So then you never know. When a guy gets hurt, another guy gets called up, and it gives him a chance to do something. Good save. Let's go. Keep blocking it, baby. End of the first period, 2-0 Kraken. Fantastic start. That's literally the best start you could have asked for. On the road, tired, beat up, just wanting to get home to, family and friends. Edmonton looks a little shook. They look a little shook. Matt in the building. What's good, brother? All right, let me know what you guys want to do for photos while we're waiting. And I got you. Like some of those things that I sent you today, I'm always going to send you Duck stuff that I end up getting. Anything that has to do with recruiting or anything Oregon Ducks. And like I said, I don't have too many people I can share that with. I can share it with my boy Justin. He, sometimes other than him or you, Matt, I mean, you guys are really the only people that would care enough for me to send something like that. So, great start for the Kraken. Good job, Hack. You got those boys motivated. Eli Tolvanen with that first goal, assisted by Oliver Bjorky. Tolvanen, I see you. And the second goal by our boy, Jared McCann. He'll have to be the guy that steps up for us. 2-0 Kraken. Yeah, baby. Drop that anchor. Kraken, baby. Defend the deep. Yes, sir. All right, I'll get you some Jaden. Everybody loves Schwartzy, baby. Maybe we can get him going too. Let's go. If there's anything else worth watching right now. What else do we got going on? We got on the NBA or on the NHL side. Boston beating Colorado 4-2. Duda's going to be happy. It's a big win. At home by 2 goals with 20 seconds left. I was about to turn it over to that, but it's pretty much over. Looking to see if there's any other surprises. Bill O'Brien. Can't head coach. Nobody under Bill Belichick really can. And if he was the Patriots offensive coordinator, that's terrible because what did he do for that offense? Absolutely nothing. So I don't know if that's a good move for Ohio State. That's good for us as Duck fans because we got an idiot that's going to be calling plays for the Buckeyes. So Oregon Ducks are going to finish in first in the Big Ten next year. Is that what I'm hearing? Oregon, Ohio State, or Michigan. And then if Harbaugh leaves, like everything is starting to kind of look good for us. Washington's losing a lot of their players. USC still needs to get their defense going. Penn State will still be looming in the top 5 or 6, right? But everyone assuming that Michigan and Ohio State are going to keep dominating. Not so fast. Oregon is recruiting just as good as them now, maybe even better than them. So maybe in college football, now it'll be like, Georgia, Oregon, and then you'll have Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan behind them. That's what it's kind of feeling like. Let's go. Let's go. Well, it's like also, too, you see all the rumors, saying, Vrabel to the Seahawks. That's not a good fit. Yeah, people can say it, and they post about it on social media, but that doesn't mean that would be a good fit. I think most Seahawks fans would be pissed if that was the coach, to be honest. You would rather go for, like, maybe a more unproven guy, like a Johnson, so that way if he was willing to leave Detroit, that would be, a better fit, you would assume. But again, just because Johnson's doing it with Goff and the offense and Amon-Ra and Gibbs and Montgomery, and those players and Laporta doesn't mean he's going to get the same type of results with Seattle. But, DK Metcalf, if they started using that type of, offense, then you might be able to, do some more like fade routes or one-on-one with DK, from like maybe the 10-yard line in, the 15-yard line in. And if that's the case, DK could end up turning into a, top 12 receiver all the way up to like top 5 if he were able to have the proper OC get him the ball at the right time. But also, too, it depends on if Geno's the quarterback or if they end up drafting one, which it sounds like 99% they will, and who that quarterback may be. So we'll have to kind of wait and see on how everything kind of shakes out. But there'll be a hell of a lot of movement on the college football side and the NFL side. But it all depends on fit. Eighth in the building. Well, it's Pride Night. So, and anytime an organization, does Pride Night, obviously just trying to show equality, for everyone. Doesn't matter if you're gay or you're straight. Hockey and sports is for everyone. No one should be singled out. Whether if they're gay or if they're straight. Bottom line. So, some people have an issue with it, but those are usually people that don't have any friends that are gay. And if you don't have any friends and you're kind of homophobic in that way, then, maybe you should end up having some more friends that are gay and lesbian. And once you end up having friends that are like that, it makes you kind of open your eyes to, kind of the stuff that people go through. There's going to be racism. There's going to be sexism, all the time. But I don't got a problem with Pride Night whatsoever. So I don't think so. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. How you doing, Reflect? Plus, we are in, 2024, and like I said, things are, constantly changing, with how things are going. It's not just, technology that's changing, and things that maybe weren't as acceptable, or maybe things that weren't accepted by, the masses are still not accepted by some. But I feel that for most of us, as far as awareness and just trying to be, a good human being, like I said, I don't got any problem with it whatsoever. Well, we just found out someone's homophobic. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Let's go, baby. Oh, I did too. I think I might have done it before you, Sarah, but oh, no worries. Yeah, I mean, like I said, a lot of times, if people start getting like political and whatnot, we don't do that here whatsoever. So, and plus, like, sometimes, you could be a kid and you could be, a little ignorant to, how things are, based on how you grow up, or you can end up being a grown-ass adult, like the racism and the sexism and, anything else, things are never going to necessarily end or change, you know what I mean? But, as long as you try to be a better person than what you were maybe the previous day, and, kind of try to be aware of other people and other people's feelings, and not everyone is going to think the same way. So, I got no room on this channel for slander, regardless of you're black, white, Asian, Mexican, gay, straight. If you love sports and you love wrestling, you're definitely welcome here. So, $5 holla. Appreciate you, brother. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little cactus jack, bang, bang. Appreciate you, brother. And remember, mental health is important, It's easy to be a piece of shit and bring people down. It takes effort to be a good person. So, take time out of your day to be a good person and make someone's day. Appreciate you. Let me know what you want to do for photos, and I got you, bro. Yes. Everyone take care of their mental health. It's important. You only got one, baby. Let's go. 2-0 Kraken. So far, so good with Connor McDavid, but we'll see what happens as we get into the second period. You got anything specific that you want me to pull up? $10 holla. Edgar Allan Poe. Let's go, Ravens. Defend the deep and release the Kraken. Blood red tie. Run, hack, back, no mercy. And we ain't talking WWF, no mercy. We're talking no mercy tonight. Last game on the road trip. We need this, baby. Let's go. Appreciate you. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. A little bit of cactus jack. Bang, bang. Appreciate you. $10 holla. Let me know what you guys want, and I got you. You want some of your new head coach? Should we put Jed up there? We haven't done it yet. Might as well, right? Appreciate you two very much. Let's go, baby. Go, Jed. See, for me, when I look at those people, Ben Johnson obviously is working with an amazing, Jared Goff in the offense, and you have some of the pieces, but your offensive line is nowhere near what they have there with Detroit. So it's like if you're planning on bringing in a guy that is running a similar offense, not going to work necessarily unless things get changed. You're going to need more pieces on that O-line. And then is it going to be Geno or is it going to be a rookie quarterback next year? On top of the possible uniform change that's rumored that Seattle is going to have with the home and away, some other information being leaked and whatnot. But Vrabel, I wouldn't want. Arthur Smith, I don't think I would want either. And so I think Ben would be the best out of those three. But again, if you bring in a guy like that, that might be the best case scenario from being like an unproven coach from an OC to head coach. But I don't think Vrabel would be a good fit at all. A lot of people on social media are saying, oh, Vrabel. But to me, that would not be a good fit for the Seattle Seahawks, in my opinion. Especially if you're looking for an offensive-minded coach, what Schneider was saying in interviews, a lot of people that are making opinions, you have to be able to, listen to what, the GM and the head coach are saying, depending on if they have a head coach or what the GM is saying. And they could always be blowing smoke and saying, yeah, we want an offensive-minded coach, and they go the opposite direction. We've seen that happen sometimes in free agency where, we're interested in this player, and then in reality, they're not. They're just doing smoke. But I don't think Vrabel and Smith, I wouldn't want them for Seattle. I don't think that's a good fit. But I think as of right now, I would say Johnson would probably be one of the top, fits, I guess. It's an unproven fit, but compared to the other two, I like him better than the other two by a lot. So. And I think with Slowick, I think I would like him more than Vrabel and Smith also. I would assume that, I don't know if I would have Slowick at 2. Maybe I would have him as my 3rd or 4th, but he would be higher than the others. Exactly. I mean, what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, Vrabel, right? And think about this. Would you want Vrabel on your team if you weren't, Seahawks? Like would I want him on Tampa? Would Sarah want him on the Colts? The answer is hell no. They stopped listening to him years ago. So it's like, yeah, they were pretty good when they had Henry Young and Tannehill and A.J. Brown. But, I don't think that is the fit for Seattle. And honestly, if you ended up hiring him, Vrabel would be a guy that you would probably end up firing within 2 years out of like a 5-year deal. They would probably let him do 1 year, see how it goes. They missed the playoffs, 1 more year, fine. So why waste time on something like that when you can get someone possibly a little bit better? So. I don't think anyone wants Vrabel, and I don't think Vrabel is terrible, but I just don't think he's a good fit for a lot of teams. Like out of all the NFL teams that are out there, like how many teams would he actually be a fit? I think maybe a very small amount, maybe like 5. Not like all these other teams that are looking, like maybe less than 5. I don't think that there's many teams that that type of philosophy would work, in my opinion. So we'll see where it goes, but. I think a lot of Seahawks fans, whether they say, oh, this would be good, yeah, until you start losing, and then you'd be like, oh, we fucked up, Like Vrabel is an NFL head coach, and I think Dan Quinn, like I said, he's a defensive coordinator that has history with Seattle, but I don't think he would be a good head coach for you guys either. So if I had to choose between Quinn or Vrabel, I would go Quinn. But if you're supposed to be one of the best defensive coordinators in the land, what the hell happened in Dallas? That wasn't good. So, and then Seattle already struggles with defense as it is. So it's not like you're going to bring in this guy that has less defensive players than Dallas, and then he couldn't even do it there, and they got their ass kicked. Yeah, you went 12-5, 12-5, 12-5. But when you go to the playoffs, I mean, that's how you're judged for your legacy, right? So, and they're going to bring McCarthy back for 1 more year to end his contract. So what's going to happen? They're going to go 12-5 again and lose in the first round again, or get lucky and play a shitty team like Tampa last year, win 1 game, and then definitely lose the next game in the next round. So, I mean, it is what it is. But again, as long as Jerry is in control, it don't matter who you bring in as head coach, you're going to fail. You're never going to win anything there. That's how it goes. then let me know what you want to do, Megan, if you want any particular photos or possible head coaches that Seattle could bring in. The uniform concept, I've seen a couple artists and a few people going over the potential of the new uniform. Obviously, get rid of the lime green and kind of go back to the throwback look and whatnot. But I've seen a couple mock-ups of different combinations from people that are artists and other people thinking that they have some like leaked information. But a lot of the concept jerseys that I've seen for home and away have looked pretty nice, actually. They're pretty stylish, but I guess it just depends. The helmet, what design are you going? Are you getting rid of the lime green? Are you getting rid of the color rush? Are you going for a more of a traditional look? Are you going back to the 80s and 90s and that type of look like the throwbacks? And obviously the overall consensus between Seahawks fans and non-Seahawks fans, the throwbacks from the 80s and the 90s, both of those are the best. But it just depends if they want to incorporate a piece of that with like the helmet, with a new retro design, with the jerseys and the pants and the gloves and the socks and the cleats. But anything that I've seen so far has looked pretty stylish, from what I've seen. And I feel I'm a pretty stylish guy, with what I got going on. So, yeah. Oh, Edmonton. Damn it. There goes. 2-1 Kraken right out of the gate, too. Damn it. Right off the face-off. Great. Good pass. Went from one side with a shot to the other side for a shot. No room for Joey DeCord to get over there quick enough. Damn it. Right past him. 2-1 Oilers. We'll give them some love. Regular logo? Nah. We'll give them the sparkly logo. Vander Kane, okay. And let me know what other photos that the two of you want, and I got you. Oh, Warren. The CD and Evander Kane with the assist. God damn it, Warren. Judah. Hey, big win against the Avs, brother. I just saw that. Nice win against the Avs at home. That's a big one. Judah in the building. What's good, brother? (2-1) Kraken. Yeah, and like I said, I think the Seahawks uniforms overall are usually pretty damn stylish. But when you're looking at the new concepts that are going to be probably coming out next year, I think it would be great. New direction, new beginning. Why not tweak the uniforms a little bit as long as it looks good? All right, Ben Johnson and some regular. Yes, yeah. Oh, roughing? Let me look at it again. Oh, right, elbow right to Bjorky's face. That was cheap. That was dirty. That was dirty. God damn, Connor McDavid trying to knock out a tooth. What the hell is he doing there? All right, Connor, I know you're legit, right? And you're one of the best in the world, but don't be knocking out our all-stars' teeth. Come on now. Golly. That forearm was right into the fucking chin in the face. Right on that cheek. Golly. (2-1) Kraken. Oh, he got popped good, too. I mean, when a guy gets popped pretty good and there's not a whole lot of padding, regardless if they're wearing a mouth guard or not. But as soon as that forearm comes in right here, and then they start clutching their jaw, like last time I seen something like that, it was much worse with Connor Bedard. And what happened with him? Fractured jaw, almost out for the season. So, I imagine we're going to end up seeing him back at some point. But it wasn't as bad as the Bedard, but leave my all-star alone, Megan says. I agree. Are we going to go from Lions to Hawks? Could be. And I do, and like I said, he's getting a lot of attention, right? But let's be honest, right? How hard would it to be, right, if you had Jared Goff, you had a good offensive line with Penei Sewell Ragnow, right? And you had Montgomery and Gibbs and Amon-Ra and Laporta, and you got J-Mo. Like, how hard would it be to call plays for a team like that? Let's be honest. So I think like Ben Johnson has been doing a great job, but I feel that you almost could put anybody there that has a brain and you could be successful unless you just ran, halfback dives over and over and over, and then obviously you still got Montgomery and Gibbs and they're still going to give you results. But like, how good of an OC is he really? Or is he just kind of a product of the amazing talent that's surrounding him? I mean, who's got a better supporting cast than that? The Niners? And that's about it? As far as quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, the collective unit, and on like an O-line, So it's like, I feel like almost anybody could come in for the Niners or for the Lions and be productive, and it's not going to be Dan Campbell calling the fucking plays, you know what I mean? So, I don't want to say that Ben Johnson is overrated, but we'll find out if he ends up being a head coach. And again, if you go to Seattle, it'll be close to what Detroit has, but you don't have the same type of O-line. You got Lockett, you got DK, you got JSN, you got Kenneth Walker III, but you may have Geno starting and maybe a rookie quarterback starting. So to expect the same type of results that Johnson's giving Jared Goff and the Goffense, I don't know what Seattle fans are assuming that you're going to be a wild card team. You're going to win 10 to 13 games every year with him. There still needs to be improvement, there, with the offensive line if you want Johnson's offense to be the same type of offense that they're running in Detroit. So, yeah, but also too, just because someone's good at calling plays doesn't mean they have the leadership to be a head coach. And we've seen a lot of guys that have been brilliant calling plays, but then when they try to do the, offensive coordinator head coach thing or defensive coordinator head coach thing, it just doesn't work. So sometimes, you're a specialist, and there's nothing wrong with that, of being a specialist and being great at what you do. And some guys are just great at calling plays, but they just can't have the leadership or, that aura, of being a head coach and having people respect you. And you don't have to be a grandpa for people to respect you. You can be younger, like a McVay, or a Mike McDaniel or a Kyle Shanahan. But remember, those guys don't grow on trees. Not everyone is going to be like that. So, but with that all being said, I think I like Johnson as one of the better options. But we'll see if he ends up even leaving Detroit. I mean, if I was Detroit, I wouldn't let him go. Or I would just try to see if, because the thing is, if Detroit wants to end up going to the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl, they're going to need someone that has chemistry and continuity with Campbell and Johnson together. So if you break that up and you bring someone else in, then you're kind of, going backwards, depending on who that new OC is, if they can, do it. But again, with someone so talented, with so many weapons around him, maybe you can replace Johnson, bring another guy in just because the weapons are so good, and maybe you can be similar to what Johnson brought you this year, or maybe even a little bit better, depending on the intelligence of the coach. 2-1 Kraken. Let's go, baby. Damn it. 2-2. Are you kidding me? All right, so they went off on 2 goals in the matter of a couple minutes, in 5 minutes. God damn it, Warren. God damn it, Leon. Lee. All right, Oilers. 11-game win streak for the Edmonton Oilers, in the last, obviously, 10 games, 10-0, but they're 11-0. And then the Kraken are 8-2 in their last 10. Losses to the Penguins with an early start at 10 a.m. And then, obviously, a loss on the Rangers on Tuesday night. And got off to a very, very good start in the first period with a 2-0 lead. But Edmonton, they have so many good players. And if you don't help Joey Daccord out, then you're going to get cheap goals like this. Not enough defensive help. And now, with a blink of an eye, in a matter of 5 minutes, we're tied up at 2-2. All right, Oilers, I see you. You did. I didn't want to believe you. You're like, well, I was on another stream. Let me come in here and we'll see what happens. And then, but I think it was going to happen regardless if you came through or not. You're a good luck charm, not a bad luck charm. We need to get more Kraken fans in the building too. So, shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X and the people that are in the room. Less than 15 minutes to go. 16 shots on goal for the Oilers, 11 for the Kraken. We need to get back into that physicality that we had in that. Oh, nice pass. Oh, good save. You know, but as long as we can find a way to get it done without Matty Beniers and without Vince Dunn, and we, get into a power play or two and make sure the passing is crisp like it was in the first period. And I know that we can still battle back and still have a chance once we go into the third period. And once we get to a commercial break here, I'll get some more photos up for you guys that donated. Let me see if I can scoop up a couple more Ben Johnsons here while we're waiting. Yeah, but I think Vrabel would be the complete opposite for Seattle. Just like, if they decided to fire McCarthy, Bill Belichick would not be a good fit in Dallas. People that think that would be a good fit, it wouldn't be. Billy B needs control, right? And if he doesn't have control, him and Jerry would end up fighting. It wouldn't work. And I don't think Jerry would hire him. You know what I mean? Like I said, he already knows what he's getting into. And then on top of that, Billy B ain't a fit in Atlanta either. Why the hell would Billy B go to fucking Atlanta? Like I said, what do you got there? I mean, that roster isn't that much better than New England's, and obviously he doesn't have a choice to stay there because they decided to move on with Jared Mayo, but it's not like the Patriots are going to do anything with fucking Mayo. Like, how long is he going to last? They're going to give him like a 3 to 5 year deal, and they may have him hang around for a little bit, but I don't see him being able to turn that ship around. Anyone that's a New England fan, it's like you had your 20 years. Be thankful that you had, Kraft at that time with Bill Belichick and Gronk and Brady, and like, that's never going to happen again. Your run that you had a long, long run for 20 years, and you're never going to have it again, Hell, it's going to be a long time before the Patriots go back-to-back years making the fucking wild card. With that division with, Buffalo and Miami and the Jets with Rodgers. New England is going to be stuck in last place for years. Even if they end up getting a Drake May, Mayo ain't going to be able to turn that ship around. And all of a sudden, they're going to be a 10-7 team or 11-6? Hell no. So I guess it just depends if you want to be a part of a shitty organization that is not going to be able to turn shit around, or you're going to be a part of an organization like Dallas that's like really, really good during the regular season and then just folds in the playoffs every single year. Oh, we got tippiness. You want to fight? You want to fight? Let's go. Nobody throwing punches. Flashbang. Streaming site, bro. All you got to do is go to a streaming site and you'll be able to get it. There's a couple main ones that you can use, and if you go there, you'll be able to watch it. Yeah, if you follow me on Instagram or on Twitter/X, send me, and then you follow me on there and you end up sending me a direct message, I can send you a link. No problem, I got you. I know how that gets. Sometimes, you get to a point, people watch it on satellite, people watch it on cable. Sometimes people, will watch it online through like TNT.com or ESPN.com through their cable. And there's also other sites that you can watch it, typically that are going to be out of the country. But like I said, you have to just, close the pop-up, open it up again, you're good to go. Yeah, and like I said, most teams are not going to be blessed with the Gronk and the Brady and having one of the best defensive minds that went underneath Bill Parcells for years, and then was that top 10 defense that was never talked about when Brady had his run, because when Brady and Gronk had their run, that's all we talked about. No one said, "Oh, did you guys know that the Patriots had a top 10 defense almost every single year where Brady and Gronk were dominating, and that was a big part of it too?" But Brady and Gronk got all the love, and the defense kind of got overshadowed. All right, let me see if I can get a couple more photos up here for y'all while we're waiting here through the commercial break. And we will see if Ben Johnson, OC of the Lions, will end up being the new Seattle Seahawks head coach. And, giving a guy an opportunity to be able to prove himself, I would rather have him than Vrabel. I would rather have him than almost every other option that I've heard. But I don't know if, I don't know if I would want, I guess it just depends if he wants to be a head coach that bad or not. Because to be able to build, the Detroit Lions into a Super Bowl champion would mean a hell of a lot. And it sounds like eventually, he's going to be a head coach, but he doesn't have to do it like after just getting, Detroit to this level. Because imagine if he stays there with Dan Campbell for the next 5 years. If they can stick together, there's a good chance that they can make it maybe an NFC championship game or two, or possibly a Super Bowl visit. Doesn't mean that they're going to win it, because that O-line needs work, and the defense needs a hell of a lot of work. They got two good offensive pieces on the line with Penny Sewell back now, but you still need more, We're knotted up at 3-2. Come on. You kidding me? Can we catch a break? Golly. It's 2-0. Now it's 3-2. Unbelievable. Warren, Leon, and then back to Warren again? Oh, my goodness. All right, I flashbang, I just got your notification. Send me a direct message there, and then I should be able to send you the link there. (3-2) Oilers. This is the last game in the road trip. Kraken were up 2-0. Eli Tolvanen and Jared McCann with the first 2 goals in the first period, which was great. And then a terrible second period right now, and we still got another 11, 12 minutes left in the second period. And in a matter of 8 minutes, Joey Decorda has given up 3 goals, which is not good. This Edmonton team is legit. They're for real. And there's a reason why they're 11-0 in their last 11 games. Hold up, brother. I got you. All right, trying to help my guy out here. One sec. All right, brother. So if you end up doing that, so how that'll work is that you'll click on it, the game pop-up will come up, close it, right, and then open it up again, boom, shakalaka, you're good to go. So that way, if you like I said, if something is out of market and you need something, you just click on that. I know it says access denied, but you should be fine there. I got another one on top of that. I usually use 2 if one of them ends up having issues, but if you need something there, basketball, baseball, football, hockey, I got you, bro. Enjoy. It's definitely bailed out a lot of people, and a lot of times, they'll have them. They'll be in like Australia or Europe, or wherever it may be. So. Got you, dude. Enjoy, brother. No problem. Hey, sports fans, we got to help each other out. You're a Kraken fan in Louisiana? Oh, release the Kraken, man. Like I'm here in Oregon, and I'm a Kraken fan. And then obviously we got Megan, who's in Australia, who's a big Kraken fan, and we're trying to grow the fan base. So I do a little bit of everything. Basketball, baseball, football, hockey, wrestling, pretty much everything that you can think of, we do it here. But I try to do Kraken games in between the NFL, and now the NFL is getting close to being over. And then we'll transition into, obviously baseball and then Kraken games once we get to that point. But I do almost every Kraken matchup that I can. So, as long as it's not interfering with an NFL game or college football game, and then once the NFL ends, then it'll be Kraken and Mariners will get priority. But I also will do like Vegas Golden Knights, or we'll do the Colorado Avalanche, Dallas Stars, or the Bruins. So I'll kind of mix it up, depending on who's playing in right now. The Devils. So I got you, man. Come through and hang out with us, man. So down 3-2. Come on, Bowie. We need this. Let me see what other photos I can bring up here. Anything else that you guys want? See if I can get some more here for Megan as well. So we will see if ends up being the next coach for the Seattle Seahawks or not, depending on how far that they go. Tracking photos up here for Megan as well. Appreciate you. This is the man right here. And we got to really rely on Jared McCann to get us back into it. I feel like he's going to be that guy that if we are going to come back in this game, it's going to have to be through Jared McCann. So hopefully he'll end up helping us out here. Oh, yeah. I love me some Cajun food too. Like if it was me, like if I ended up getting rich, down the road, I wouldn't even travel to go see games. I would travel to go eat. Like go fly to Maine, eat food like lobster, crab, shrimp, at the best place that I can on the water, and then I would just fly back. Stay for like a day or two, find the most fire places, there, or go to Louisiana, get the gumbo, the po' boys, and just go to like the 4 or 5 best restaurants that I can go to in a matter of a day or two, and then just fly back. I wouldn't need to go to a Pelican game or a Saints game, which obviously if I, had someone that was going to take me, sure, but I would rather go to, find the culture and embrace the food. And, I'm a foodie. I love Flavortown, so. But I've never been to Louisiana. I've never been to Maine. And I really have wanted to go to both of those places for a long, long time. I watch everything Gordon Ramsay. So anytime Gordon Ramsay or any of the guys, that are putting out the shows for the food, I'm all about that life. Guy Fieri. Yeah, but he's not, because what does he want to do? He wants to be the number 1 head coach of all time. And if he takes time off, it's over. So it's not like he's going to be a guy that's going to be on the microphone and he's going to be talking football like Brady. When he's done, he's done. I don't think that he's going to be involved. He'll just retire. But he's not going to retire until he ends up being, number 1 over Don Shula and everyone else. So I feel that that's why that Belichick is still around and his name will be in the conversation, because he wants to go down as being the number 1 coach in wins, and so no one will catch him. You've already gotten the legacy with Brady and Gronk, so what's the last thing that's missing? The individual accomplishments besides being a cheater with Spygate, Deflategate, and everything else, right? But to be able to be the guy that's like, hey, I got the most wins in NFL history. That's the goal. That's what I assume that he's going to end up doing. Let me see if I can go to another link here. Go, baby. 3-2 Oilers. Come on, Schultz. Good save by Skinner there. 20 shots on goal, 15 for Seattle. battle of the period. Seattle owned period 1 with 2 goals. Edmonton has owned period 2 with 3 goals. We just have to find a way not to get lackadaisical and stay focused. Obviously, it's been a little bit of a nightmare here for Hack and for obviously Joey Decor to here in the second period, but we still got plenty of time to tie it up and get back on track. But still got to give mad love and respect to the Oilers. You know, we already know Connor McDavid and company, they are the real deal Holyfield. I ain't a hater. I see you. Meg from Oregon, love you. Come on, Wenberg. Let's go. You just need that passing to be as crisp as it was in that first period. And sometimes that nice outlet pass, just like your basketball for a fast break, that'll lead to that one-on-one or that one-on-two. And if you can get that a couple times a period, usually you'll be able to get a goal off of that or off the rebound. But again, in this period too, I think we got kind of, punched in the mouth and we haven't recovered. So we got to stop the bleeding somehow, some way. Lackadaisical. It's a tough spelling word. Lackadaisical. Come on, baby. Come on, Kraken. You got to help your teammates out. "19 shots on goal for Edmonton. 11-0 record in the last 11 games. In the last 10, Kraken 8-2. But we've dropped the last 2 games, so got to find a way. There's only, I think, a few places that I would like to go for, like, flavored down. I've only been to, obviously, I live here in Oregon. So Oregon, Washington, California, but that was really only for, like, Disneyland when I was young, and then Japan. And then that's pretty much all I've been to. And then obviously Illinois, Chicago for business. A couple years ago, I was working in sales and whatnot. We had a trip there to like a corporate office, and then we got to see a Bulls game against the Warriors, and I got to see outside of like Soldier Field and Wrigley and all that. But I think obviously it was that night, and then bar hops and whatnot. I mean, it's a dangerous place, that's for damn sure. But I had fun there. Food was amazing. Pizza, wings. I mean, there's a reason why a lot of people are overweight in Chicago, because the portions are insane and it's cheap. So, but it's like once you have that deep dish, or you have like food there, like if you go to some Mexican spot there in Chicago, or you go get some deep dish, from some of the famous places, Giordano's or a few of the others. I mean, you can't eat pizza back when you go to your hometown after you come back from Chicago. It's like you can even get like specialty pizza, and it's still, it's like you can go Domino's, Pizza Hut, and Little Caesars. It's like you can't even touch that. Like even if you go to like Bellagio's or something Round Table, something a little fancier, it still doesn't match up. Like I remember it took me like a month after going and thinking like, okay, I guess this is what I'm going to have to live with, since I don't live in Chicago anymore. So, or not live there, but visited there. Like one piece of pizza in Chicago for the deep dish is like literally 4 pieces of, like a Pizza Hut or, whatever, a Domino's or whatever. It's just so good. It's so layered. And then the one that we had actually had cornbread crust. So I was like, okay, regular crust, fine, but cornbread crust with the deep dish, I mean, my mind was blown. I remember I had to sneak a couple extra pieces to my hotel room. I was like, I got to eat some more. There's no way I'm just going to eat a couple and just leave it. And then I had to bring some wings to my room too. Good save. Pizza ability, you know it. Yeah, the wood pizza in there. Yeah, like that's usually when they do like the thin crust and whatnot. So. Commercial break. Let's go, baby. Come on, Kraken. 3-2 Edmonton. Let me go through some of the photos here, and I got to make room for some more. Go, Joey. Got to have you step up in the third period. Don't give up any more goals. You're a stud. Yorkie, Jaden, we need you. Come on, Hack. We need you, baby. Handsome devil. Let's go. And obviously, we got the new Haya there for the Huskies. They don't have too many photos of him, besides with the press conference and whatnot. And then the possibility of the Seahawks maybe getting Ben Johnson. Much better than Vrabel, and some of the other options that I've been hearing. But we'll find out. But I think that the consensus overall is that people are more optimistic, and they believe that we don't know if Ben Johnson will be able to make it as a head coach, but it's better than having a guy like Vrabel where you already know what you're going to get with him. And I don't think very many people would be very excited as far as Hawks fans getting Vrabel. I think a lot of them would be kind of, I don't want to say upset, but disappointed that they went that direction. But with Johnson, it's not going to, be everyone's number one guy. But I think overall, if they decide to get Johnson and he accepted, that might be one of the best options. Top two for sure. But it just depends on if that is going to be a reality or not. And then also understanding that you're going to have to beef up the O-line if you want Johnson's offense to work. And if he becomes head coach, does he still, take the OC role? Or does he hand off the offensive play calling role to someone else? That's a big question there. All the Megs are in the building. 3-2 Edmonton. Let's go. Let me delete the photo. Mental health, very important. Take care of yourself. Okay? We only got one. So make sure you're doing the right things to be able to line yourself up for success every single day. Listen to music, watch a favorite TV show, talk to friends, read a book, get some fresh air, spend a time with a pet, whatever you need to do, spend time here. A lot of times people are, kind of down and out, and I guarantee that if you don't feel that good, you hang out here with us, within a matter of a half hour to a couple hours, depending on how long you can stay, things will definitely be better. You won't go from a 0 to a 10, but you can go from maybe a 0 to a 4. Things get a little bit better. Maybe tomorrow you're a 6. 3 days later, maybe you're at a 9, and then you're back on track. So, all right, less than 4 minutes to go here in the second period. 3-2 Oilers. Let's go. Judah's hitting the gym. That's what I'm talking about. Right. But I feel that, when you come here compared to other channels, we don't put up with the trolls. We don't put up with the toxicity. We don't put up with the negativity. We don't talk politics. Like I said, if you like sports, you like wrestling, and like I said, you're going to be a decent human being with chat etiquette. You're probably going to be able to be a nice creature here. You know what I mean? And that's why I protect the mental health here more than any other channel that covers sports and wrestling full time, period. It's very important. We already go through too much drama at home, at work, when we're driving. with good friends, bad friends, family members, that are good, sometimes bad. So, the last thing that you need is when you're trying to enjoy, like your free time, you want to be able to go somewhere if you're, a part of like the YouTube community. You want to be able to go somewhere where you feel listened to, appreciated, loved, and it's actually genuine, not fake, and that's what we provide here on the channel. We're very close here on this channel. We're a very tight-knit group. Come on, Kyler Yamamoto. I'd love to see a goal from him. He's been a little quiet the last few games. Yeah, I saw this really good. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on. It was today, and I thought it was very insightful, today. But it was Carol Lawson speaking to her Duke basketball team, right? And it was about shifting mindset. And I thought this was probably one of the best, there we go, Kraken. Alex Wenberg, baby. Close to you, Meg. Wenberg. Let's go. 3-3. We knotted it up. Let's go. But I ended up reading this little quote that I saw, and I usually don't have too many quotes that kind of hit home, but I think it definitely hits home to not only what I do for my dreams and goals, but for you guys on your daily routines as well. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Wenberg. Bring that electricity, baby. Yes, sir. Release the Kraken, defend the deep. Oh, coaching challenge. Boom. Don't take this away from us. You got to be kidding me. And they did. Damn it. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, I celebrate Wenberg for once. All right, so, and this is Lawson, this female, that is, obviously been through a lot. And I think this applies to men and women. And she said, we all wait in life for things to get easier. Think in your own life. I just got to get through this, and then it'll be easy. It's what we do. We wait for stuff to get easier. But guess what? It'll never get easier. What happens is you handle hard better. And I thought that was so true. Most people think life is going to get easier. Basketball, football, life is just going to get easier. School is going to get easier. It never gets easier. What happens is you become someone that handles hard stuff better. All right, that's a mental shift that has to occur with anyone in our brains. If you go around waiting for stuff to get easier in life, it's never going to happen. And then what happens? Oh, it's so hard. Oh, I can't do it. When is it going to be easy for me? It's easy for other people. Why not me? It's not. It's really hard. And then the second we see you handling hard better, what are we going to do? We're going to make it harder because we're just preparing you for when you leave here, not just basketball, but in life. So, and if you think life, when you think that you leave college and all of a sudden you're going to have everything be easy because you graduated, you got a degree, it's not going to get easier. It's going to get harder. Make yourself a person that handles hard well, not someone that's waiting for the easy. Because if you have a meaningful pursuit in life, it's never going to be easy. It's like if you're trying to win a championship, you're trying to have a family, you ask your parents, do you think it was ever easy for them? Of course not. If you want to be successful, it goes to the people that handle hard well. Those are the people that get the stuff that they want. If it's hard, don't get discouraged. It's supposed to be. Don't wait for it to be easy. It won't. Make yourself someone that handles hard well, and then whatever comes, you're going to be great. And I feel with me, a lot of times, people like, oh, everything is so good for you. Oh, you got 20,000 subs. You're doing your dream. You're doing this full time. But people don't realize how many things that I've had to do and reinvent myself over and over and over again, to be able to get to this point. And even at this point, I feel that 12 years of recording, 8 years on YouTube, I'm not over 20,000 subs. I only feel I'm like 1% into my journey, like no lie. Like I feel I have so much more to give and so much more to accomplish and go. But I wanted to be able to share that with you because I feel that a lot of us don't really understand that concept. And I feel if you can change your mindset to that way, that can apply to anybody for work, for your job, with personal friendships, with your family, with whoever it may be. You know, we drop the knowledge here on this channel as well. End of the second period, 3-2 Oilers. Let me know what photos you guys want, and I got you. Love you too. Exactly. Exactly. I appreciate that. You know, I was telling Meg and a lot of other people out there too that people were telling me like in, you know, junior high, high school, and this was before YouTube and like podcasting and YouTube channels and Twitch and all those other things that are out there. But you know, a lot of people would tell me, you know, you got a radio, you know, TV voice. So I've always been, you know, complimented in that way, but I never really wanted to be on TV or radio. But I knew, you know, after realizing that, you know, hey, you know, once you get to high school and you see guys that are 6'8", you know, doing 360 windmills, hey, I'm probably not going to be able to make it to the NBA. You know what I mean? I'm probably not going to be in the NFL or the MLB. But I knew that my voice was going to be my legacy. I knew my voice, and so if I can't play, you know, the sport, at least I can talk about it and I can, you know, be a positive influence. And I do appreciate that. I feel that, you know, not everyone's voice is going to be soothing. Not, you know, some people have cringy voices, you know, on YouTube and Twitch, you know, and I gotta, you know, say, you know, thank you to obviously like my mom and my dad for blessing me, you know, not only with who I am, but obviously with the voice that I got, and I do appreciate that. And I know there are people that will tell me that they'll be driving or, you know, doing whatever, and they may have to step away, but they can still have me on and they can hear that. And like I said, that's why I always know that the contracts, the sponsorships, you know, the collab, that stuff is going to happen. You know, like I said, we have a very, very special thing on this channel. It's just a matter of, you know, do the other channels get threatened by me and where we're at, and they don't want, you know, to lose their mods or their heavy hitters. And there's a reason why certain people stray away, you know, from the collabs, because they think that I'm going to take, you know, some of these people. But if you're so insecure about your own mods and your own people and joining someone else, and you know, if you're doing, you know, what you're doing and you're not fake and you're not fugazi and you're real, you shouldn't have a problem with it. But a lot of the people that are on YouTube and Twitch and, you know, on social media, they're fake, they're fugazi. So there's a lot of jealousy and a lot of envy and a lot of haters out there. But I do appreciate that very, very much. And you know, I like I was telling people before, if I wasn't doing this, you know, maybe I have a gaming channel, maybe end up doing, you know, being a therapist, a psychologist, maybe doing a Big Brother, you know, Boys and Girls Club. I've always, you know, my dad was a teacher for like 30, 40 years. So I've got, you know, some of my intelligence and some of my like mindset, you know, from obviously my mom and my dad. But obviously with my voice, I knew at a very young age, my voice was going to be my legacy. Now it's what do I do with my voice? And my number one goal is to help people. You know, it's like, you're not going to be remembered, you know, by the amount of cards that I have or the amount of merch that I have of Julio Rodriguez or King Griffey Jr. What it comes down to at the end of the day is how you treat people. And that's what your legacy is going to be remembered by. I'm going to have obviously my channel, and people are going to have my, you know, access to my legacy that way. But based on how you talk to people and how you treat people, that is what you're going to be remembered for. Big facts. But I appreciate every single one of y'all. You know, like I said, the group that we have is incredibly special. And, you know, if other, you know, sports fans or wrestling fans out there, they don't know who we are yet, that's all right. You know, like I said, I'm not going anywhere. And like I said, I know, you know, because obviously I did phone sales for some of the most cutthroat companies in America. So I already, have the belief in myself, but also too, the people that we have that are a part of this channel are some of the most kind-hearted, give the shirt off their back, and intelligent people that I've met in a long, long time. And, I really do appreciate you guys more than you know. All right, we're in the second intermission, 3-2 Oilers. Let me know what photos you guys want me to put up. Reflect and Megan, they're Aussie 12. Let me know anything else that you guys want me to throw up. And if there's people that are watching that are new, that are on the channel, let us know that you're here. You can comment below unless you just want to, watch what we're doing here. But I'm always liking to be able to introduce, ourselves to new, followers or potential subscribers and whatnot. And, like I said, we create nice, good bonds here. And it really does mean something because, like I said, life is already hard enough with all the bullshit that we have to go to. It's always nice to be able to find something you can connect with. And we try to do that here on a daily basis. Big fact. You guys let me know where you're going to go for photos. And I got you. 15, let's get to a hundo. We're going to accomplish big things, we're at 20, but I'm not satisfied with that. I want to get to 25. I want to get to 30. I want to get to 50. I want to get to 100. And most people in life will never get there. But I feel that with who I am and who we have that's helping the process, the mods and Sarah and everyone else, I know we're going to get there. And it's just a matter of, even if it's just like one athlete that shares your stuff or one person that, maybe has a certain following, it's going to take a long time if you have to do it organically. But if you keep working hard and end up being a good person, eventually the right people are going to notice you. And it's not like famous people don't know who I am. I mean, there's EA Sports, Good Morning Football, Peter Traeger. There's a lot of famous people on the big networks, even though I'm not famous yet, that watch this channel, and they obviously steal material from this channel. So, we're at the beginning stages, but we got a long ways to go to be able to cement our legacy here on YouTube. Big facts. All right, I got you. All right, let me delete some of these other photos here. Unfortunate that Wenberg goal got called back. 3-2 Oilers. Got too much Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid is getting deleted. A few of them here. Got too many. All right, baby. All right, we got a few photos here. Not JT in the building. What's good, brother? Smash the like button, baby. It's the least you can do if you're not going to comment. Shout out to all the people on Twitter/X that's watching as well. But the least you can do is smash that like button, help our algorithm out. So. We finally got a little bit of a melt, finally. So I've been taking Paisley out for about 30-minute walks in the ice and whatnot. But we're starting to finally get it to melt away. But I've been pretty much stuck in my house for like a week. Four to 6 inches. No shit. That's crazy. We had about 3 to 4 or 3 to 5 here, a few days ago, and then it went to ice, and everything was like a fucking ice cube. So it made it really challenging for me to exercise with Paisley. But me and Paisley have been the only one in the neighborhood that have been out there. No one else loves their dog enough to go out there and freezing rain or snow or slush. But I will. Like I said, because I need the exercise. Paisley needs the exercise, and I haven't fallen down in 2 days, so I guess that's a good sign. Brown chicken, brown cow, brown, brown. And I finished Superstore. So now I got another show that I need to pick up on and watch, unless I do Deadwood, or if I go somewhere else. I guess it just depends on my mood, on what I want to do. And anyone that donates, obviously, they get first dibs on whatever they like. And that's one of the best things for me on the channel, because most hosts on YouTube would never, do anything for the fans, like photo-wise. I mean, you can read off their little message and you get the donation and then that's it. But I feel with here, I like to be able to know what you guys love, and I like to be able to show you guys off, because without the fans, you're nothing. And I feel like a lot of the established YouTube channels have forgotten that. They just feel, oh, I deserve this. You don't deserve shit. Like I said, you have to work really hard for it. And sometimes people become popular and then they forget, what got them there. And I like being able to showcase the things that other people like, because it really shows the diversity that we have on this channel. And obviously we have a lot of fans that love sports, wrestling, and collectibles and whatnot. So I think it's very cool to be able to, showcase and show you guys off. No one else on YouTube will do it, but, your boy will. Let's see what else I can find for you. What are we at on the likes? Are we at 20 yet? We need to get there, Sarah. Where are we at? Have we even hit the 10 mark yet? We got to get better on the likes and the subs and the views. And then when is Mandalorian season 3? When is that coming out? I'm big on Star Wars, Marvel, DC, but I love. I mean, pretty much all the spin-offs have been good. I'm ready for this. Great show, fantastic show. Pedro Pascal, baby. You rock. You're the best. Seven likes. Let's get those likes up. All right, let me know whatever you guys want. Just comment below and I got you. We got time here. Like I said, we still got a little ways to get to the goal. But I appreciate you guys very, very much. Got 2 subs today, so that's good. Shout out to the people that sub. They may be in the room still right now. Appreciate you. Hopefully we'll be able to earn a dono from some of those people as well. Pascal is great in anything he does. He's got a nice aura, about him. He was like, kind of like, I don't want to say undiscovered, but he's been around for quite a long time. But sometimes it's just finding that right role, for you to be able to reach the masses. And obviously with the Mandalorian and The Last of Us, I mean, I don't know if it can get any better than that, unless Pedro was like on Stranger Things or something. You know what I mean? We're down 3-2, baby. Let's go. Eli Tolvanen and Jared McCann with the first 2 goals in the first period. Leon Warren in the second period. And now we just have to find a way for some kind of offense to emerge here in the third period that's going to start here in just a few minutes. You got any other news for me, Matt, on the college football recruiting side or anything else that you've read? Yeah, but we're finally getting to a point where we're getting a melt, which is nice. But like I said, I've been pretty much stuck at my house for like a week. So I'm kind of like, getting ready. I want to go to the store. It's like I haven't been able to buy like more fruit for Paisley. Get a bag of chips if I need it, or get some Snapples or energy drink or snacks and whatnot. So, but I guess it might be on the good side. I'm probably losing more and more weight. So. Let's go, baby. Bowie, we need you, baby. Only down by 1. Let's go. 6 more likes to 20. Let's get there. Smash that like button for your boy. It's the least you can do. Well, the least you can do is do nothing. So I can't say that. But I did get a chance to bring my mental health up to a good feeling today. This morning I ended up watching some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on YouTube. They have season 1 and season 2 from like 87 and 88 on there that you can watch. They also have the Hasbro channel. It's got G.I. Joe episodes 24 hours a day. So if you are a fan of G.I. Joe, the real American hero in the 80s, it's on there. I watch it every day. And then I also went and dipped into Transformers on Hasbro Plus on their channel, and you can actually watch all of season 1 of like 1984, 85 of Transformers. And let me tell you, those 3 cartoons obliterate almost everything that's out now. I mean, there's still some good things that are out: Simpsons, Rick and Morty, Bob's Burgers, depending on your style and what you like. But there's nothing like those vintage cartoons. They still hold up today, and you wonder why so many things are copied from the 80s. Because the 80s were fucking badass. I also like X-Men as well as Batman, the animated series. Those are my 2 favorite cartoons in the 90s. And obviously I ended up watching those, I believe, on, I'm trying to remember on what did I watch it on? Did I watch it on, what did I watch it on? Did I watch it on Prime? I think I watched it on Prime. That was on there. And those are damn good as well. I think actually X-Men was on Disney Plus, and then you can watch all the X-Men. It's like a few seasons. And then Batman, the animated series, I believe, is on Amazon Prime. And that one is insane. So good. Good memories, man. All right, looks like we're about to get started here. $25 shots on goal for Edmonton, 19 for the Kraken. Power plays, Kraken, what's new? 0 for 4. Edmonton, 1 for 3. 27 hits for Seattle to 10 for Edmonton. So we're staying aggressive. We just need to be able to win this period. And if we can win this period, maybe we can go to overtime and tie it up. Let's go, baby. Release the Kraken. Defend the deep. Come on, Decord, we need you. Let's go! All right, baby. Let's go, baby. The big period. Let's not give up any goals and see if we can get to overtime. We don't even have to get greedy and be like, oh, we're going to score 2 goals, they're going to score none, and we're going to win 4-3. Let's just try to get one and see where we go from there. Yeah, but when's the last time that you watched them? You know what I mean? So you got it. It's like we watched those when we were a kid, but when's the last time that you actually watched the Jetsons? You know what I mean? Like that's what you got to do. You got to be able to go and dig on some of these platforms that your streaming services and see if you can, or on YouTube, and see if you can end up finding it, and then it'll rekindle those memories that you had when you were a younger kid or in your adolescence. And there is nothing better than reconnecting with your younger self, especially if you got mental health. Where you go up and down with your mental health. If you want to be able to, get yourself on a high note, you go back and go back and try to watch and reconnect with the things that you loved when you were 5 to 12 years old. Because if you do that, trust me, your mental health will spike in a positive note. I know it does for me on the daily. Respect. All right, baby, here we go. Yes. I wouldn't mind going back and trying to go back and watch some of the old school Jetsons episodes. I haven't watched those in a minute. Let's go, baby. Go, Joey. We need you. Louie needs you. Let's go. Get it done. The trivia, Bad Guys and Smurfs. Shit, I haven't watched Smurfs since I was like 5. I couldn't even tell you. Good defense there. Smash that like button for your boy. Takes 1 second to do. Like, sub, donate, share. Shout out to all the people watching on YouTube with me here now, as well as on Twitter/X. You're always going to get people spying on there. That's big facts. Got to find those little W's in life, you know, and when things get tough. But again, you know, if you know that you're in a little bit of a rut, you have to be able to know what to do to get yourself out of the rut. You know, because like I said, you know, not getting enough sunlight and having all the drapes closed and having your room turn into a fucking man cave and it's just dark. That's not going to be good. Like I remember when I ended up getting fired from one of my jobs, you know, before I ended up going full time doing this on YouTube. I was in bed for like 3 weeks. I barely showered, went to the bathroom, you know, maybe the kitchen, showered maybe every other day, if that. And I was just in a terrible mindset. And I was not in a good place mentally. And sometimes you got to get to a point where you stop feeling sorry for yourself and start, checking off the boxes. Have I been talking to my friends? Have I been getting outside? Can I cut back on the fast food, that makes you lethargic and lazy? Have you gone on walks? Do you have a pet? Are you listening to music? Are you communicating with friends? Those simple little things can go from, feeling like everything is an L, and then you can slowly get little W's out of it and things can get better in your life. Or you can come somewhere like here and I can help you get back on track. Gargamel. Oh my God, you're bringing me back. Oh my goodness. Judah with the trivia. It is. It really is. And that's why we talk about it here on the channel every day, and I usually do it multiple times a day, because like I said, I've gone through it. I've been in the gutter, like I said, most of the mods and a lot of the people that are regulars have had depression, anxiety, or more. And some people are even going through it as we speak right now. So I feel that I will always be an advocate for mental health and obviously an advocate for, pets, cats, dogs, and how important that is, to have in your life. Big facts. I mean, like I said, I live in Oregon and I'm the only one in my neighborhood that walks their dog, 3 times a day, an hour and a half a day, 7 days a week. I don't see anybody else putting in that kind of effort. But again, Paisley is a big part of my life. I don't have any kids of my own. So that's like, I'm the dog father and that's my daughter. And I know that, if I love her and she's been able to bring that joy to me, it's my duty to be able to do something, good for her. And then when I was with my ex-girlfriend, and when I ended up getting her, she was like 20 pounds overweight. And, I've gotten her, to a good weight now. And, my life is in a good place now. So, and sometimes being able to share stories of, how things were and how things are now, it can definitely help people get back on track. 3-2 Edmonton, 16 minutes left in the third period. 27 shots on goal for the Oilers, 23 for Seattle. 11-0 record for Edmonton, 8-2 in the last 10 games for Seattle with losses to the Penguins and the Rangers. He played great in that first period, getting 2 goals, but with Tolvanen and Jared McCann. But it's been all Edmonton with the Uncle Mo and the momentum since the second period, where they got 3 goals from, basically 2 people, Warren, Leon, and Warren. So let's go, baby. I think a lot of people on YouTube are very fugazi and fake. They're actors, and I feel that a lot of people don't recognize it. it just depends if you're an empath. It depends on if you have sympathy, empathy, and then you can read the signs. And some people can see it. Some people are very good actors and actresses on Twitch and YouTube, and you assume that they're a good person. But let me tell you, vibe and aura. There's going to be actresses and actors. They're going to be good, but a lot of times you just got to be able to read the words and look at the actions. And a lot of times, what you see on camera isn't necessarily what they are off camera. You got to be true to yourself. I would rather be real and genuine and be where I'm at now sub-wise than be at 50,000 subs and be fake as shit. I wouldn't want that. The people on the channel deserve better. That's why we try not to be biased here. We try to be real and genuine and give good takes and not be, just like every other channel, that doesn't care about the mental health of the channel. They just want to be able to get subs and views and likes, and they don't care about the actual overall mental health in the channel itself. Got a little bit of a skirmish here, but no punches thrown. A little bit of hugging. They're hugging it out. Trying to be like Bailey before she went on her heel turn. Yeah, like I said, I feel I see, not everyone can read people well. Like I said, a lot of people are, very good actors and actresses where you're like, oh my God, they're such a kind person. Look at them do these giveaways or this or that, or, and think that they just care so much, about the people in the room and overall. But, a lot of times when people get success or they hit a certain number, the popularity, and they forget, what got them there. And they start to change. Money changes people. Subs, views, don't change people. They say, I will never change. Bullshit. A lot of people do change. Unless you are a real, genuine person from the very beginning. Good save. Yeah, but not only the big-headed, but it's just the lies, I feel, that are being spoken. But a lot of times you can tell with like aura and vibe, just like when you see certain coaches, players, or people that you like, not everything you see is real, you know what I mean? Like I said, a lot of fugazi, a lot of fake. Less than 13 minutes to go in the third period. 3-2 Edmonton. Come on, Kraken. And like if we had Vince Dunn right now, Matty Beniers, but especially Vince Dunn, he's the enforcer. Sometimes getting a guy that'll throw a couple punches or back up a player, we're missing that. And like I said, we need to have that. And sometimes guys, good save by Skinner. Sometimes you need that enforcer, that tough guy. That guy that's not going to back down. And Tomas Tata, he might be the guy that won't back down. And you need guys like that, especially when you're going through like kind of a lull in the game where you're getting a little lackadaisical and you're kind of going through the motions. And sometimes you need someone to give you that spark, even if it leads to a power play for the other team. Yeah, but like I told you, things are going to get better. Like I said, it all depends on who you have in your life, who you surround yourself with. And if you can surround yourself around more positive people, no matter how bad things have gotten, things can get better. And like I said, positivity and having the right mindset, is the first key. And being able to, get those little W's in life, each day, even little W's, can lead to big W's, and you just have to be able to, have that positive mindset and realize that good times don't last forever. Bad times don't last forever. So you can't get too high for the high points. You can't get too low for the low points, but always understand if you are making the effort and you put yourself in a situation with good people around you, good things will happen. Karma is real. And if you can end up realizing that, things will get better. And when I say things are going to get better, you have to trust me that they will get better for you. Go, baby. You need your laptop, Meg, instead of your tablet. But it's all good. Eventually. Yeah, and like I said, we're going to make sure we take care of things. I mean, things get tough, when we end up, losing friends or family or, certain things happen. Life's already hard enough. The last thing you want is to go somewhere for bonding and enjoyment, and then you have a bunch of assholes or a bunch of toxic people in there ruining it for everyone else. And that's why usually we boot a lot of those people. Like I said, do I want to get to 25K, 30K, 50K, 100K? Yeah, but I don't want to have 100 people in the room if 80 of them are toxic just to say, look at me, I have 100 people in the room. I could fucking care less. If we have, less than 50, less than 20, but everyone, has that chat etiquette and everyone, tries, to not be an asshole, then I would rather have less people, and like I said, knowing that, that we're not going to tolerate the bullshit. Every other channel won't tolerate it, but we'll tolerate it here. Less than 12 minutes to go. 3-2 Oilers. Hit me with a quote, Matt. Good save. Going to Cord, baby. Good defense by Riker Evans as well. Nice job, Joey. No more goals given up. It's the only chance that we're going to have to be able to get to OT. Let's go. Release the Kraken, defend the deep, baby. That is a good one. $30 shots on goal for the Oilers, 25 for the Kraken. I just need to see some physicality. This is the last game on the road trip. Let's play like we want this. Let's be the team that knocks them off from their 11-game win streak. Like, how bad do we want it? And especially if we want to be a wild card team, these are the type of games that you need to be able to try to get, when other teams will just give up. They just be like, it's Edmonton, they're 11-0, they got Connor McDavid and company, we're fucked, right? If you got that mindset, then you've already lost before you even got on the ice. But find a way to regroup here in the third period and get to OT. And then if we're lucky enough, maybe we can end up winning this game 4-3 in OT. It's not about being greedy and being like, oh, we just need to get 2 goals in the third period. But when we haven't scored since the first, you have to be realistic. Chip away, chip away, chip away, and then see what happens in OT. All right, take it easy, Reflect. Go get your walk in. We got a good group. Like I said, the core group, a lot of us have been here for quite some time together, but we're always looking for new people to be able to, join the Northwest Sports Fanatic, the NWSF Fanatic family. That's fact. Darnell Nurse with holding. Kraken power play, 0 for 4 on the power play, and this is where we need to be able to take advantage here. Smash that like button, baby. Let's go. Help your boy out. Like, sub, share, donate if you can. Yeah, but improving the mental health and being able to talk about pretty much anything, that's a big positive to the channel too. Oh, good save by Skinner. Damn it. Come on, baby. Skinner has done a good job today for Edmonton. We have a photo of him. We're not haters here. Not too much love, but we're not haters here. But we will give you some fire. No one else would do that, but we do here. Just got to call it right down the middle. The sports gods are listening. The sports gods are watching. Okay? No reason to be a hater. Everything doesn't have to be all Kraken or for whatever team that we're going for. All right, baby. We're halfway through the third period. Let's go. You're awesome. You're the best. And that's what makes it so fulfilling, being able to do this job full time. And, it took me a long time to even get to this point, and we're nowhere near being at the finish line. But just the fact that if I can help one person out, each day, that makes my heart feel good. That makes my heart feel full. Come on, Kraken. We need some good, crisp passing here. Come on, McCann. Wow, what a save by Skinner. Unbelievable. All right, Stuart, I see you. I won't be a hater. We'll give you your flowers. That's a cool one. Come on, Riker Evans. Nice save by Stuart Skinner. What are we at on the likes? We've got too many people in the room for us not to be at least at 20 likes from people watching on Twitter/X and here on YouTube. Come on, Tyler. $30 shots on goal for the Oilers. Kraken are getting closer. We're at 27, but we haven't really had any good shots on goal since the first period. Stop it to play. Yeah, we should have already been at 20 based on how many people we've already had watching throughout the stream. Let's get those 5. It'll help, with obviously the analytics and the metrics. If you don't want to sub and you can't donate or you feel not inclined to do that, do your boy a solid and just at least like the stream. If you're in here and you're hanging out and you're watching, it's obviously the least you can do to help us out here to be able to get in the algorithm, and we'd really appreciate it. It takes 1 second to do it. It's like going through a post. Oh, man, like I said, I'm really excited. I don't know if I'll be able to do all 4 games, but I may. I just don't want to leave Paisley unattended for 8 hours straight, because that's essentially what it would be. But Texans, Ravens, I got Ravens, but I imagine C.J. Stroud will ball out, or at least try to, but the Ravens pressure might be a little bit too much. Packers, Niners, Jordan Love, he's played great. But I got San Francisco being able to win that game. And Jordan Love should be able to, do a little bit of magic. But I got the Niners there. Bucks and Lions. Buccaneers are my team, but I got the Lions winning. And then Chiefs-Bills is probably the most 50-50 matchup, that you got. I think that one could go either way. And the Chiefs are going to be on the road. So I think that this is the best opportunity Buffalo has had to be able to win. So, I think that, Ravens, Niners, Lions, Chiefs, and Bills is 50-50. But I do think the Bills, this is the best shot that the Bills have had since getting their hearts ripped out, with the last second, touchdown and opportunity when they've been losing to the Chiefs kind of year in and year out. So maybe we'll get Bills, Ravens, and then Niners, Lions. And then if we end up getting that, then we would assume that it'll be Niners, Ravens in the Super Bowl, but you never know. It's the least you can do. You got people watching, and there you got people, going through that. Yeah, I was going to say, I figured that you knew that he was from Boston or not. But it definitely will help out with the algorithm with us. Because, obviously, liking the stream, that's one thing. Subbing to the channel is another. And then, obviously, donating is the biggest form of showing appreciation you can to a channel. Exactly. Like I said, I could do another stream just based on my work ethic on how much I read and watch film. And people realize, or don't realize, with the ESP and all the predictions that I can come up with and the ESP moments. It doesn't happen by just fucking accident. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of reading. It's a lot of film study, but also noticing patterns in sports. And, like I said, I've been watching since age 5. So, even though I look young, I'm 41. A lot of people think I'm in my late 20s or my 30s, so I've been doing this, sports and wrestling thing since 85. So the more work that you put in, the better results that you're going to get, and the smarter ultimately that you'll be, and you'll have better takes, and you'll be able to understand what you're watching a little bit better too. Go Ducks. Win the day. You know it, baby. And the main thing is just teaching people not to be fucking so biased, and again, in wrestling and sports specifically, you're going to get a lot of people that are biased towards their favorite teams and favorite players. But if you can get to a point where you appreciate greatness in whatever league you're watching, like for me being a Kraken fan, just not hating on everyone else and appreciating Connor Bedard, appreciating Sidney Crosby, appreciating Alexander Ovechkin, appreciating, Connor McDavid, and then you start to really appreciate the game as a whole, and then you start seeing things a lot differently. That's big facts. All right, less than 7 minutes left. 3-2 Oilers. You know it, baby. Yeah. Most people think, I'm a little bit younger, which is nice, and whatnot, but good genes, I guess. But again, if you're new to the channel, not only do we do NHL, but we do NFL, college football, and I'll do reaction videos on the NFL side too. But, we do live stream for NFL, college football, NBA, NHL, MLB, NASCAR, AEW, WWE. I mean, we literally do more than any other sport or wrestling channel that's out there. A lot of people will just do like their team, but we do everything. So that makes me have to be an expert pretty much in everything. And that takes a lot of effort and a lot of reading, to not be biased and to try to be an expert. And I try to treat every, NFL team as if it were my own. And I don't see anybody else doing that on YouTube or Twitch. And that's probably why Peter Strager and Good Morning Football and EA Sports and a lot of these other channels and big networks and companies watch me and steal my material, steal my catchphrases, steal my nicknames, put stuff into their video games and not, credit me with things. So, like Sack Lunch or Uncle Mo. But it's the biggest form of flattery when people are stealing your shit. Other YouTube hosts and other people, on TV. It's the biggest form of flattery is when they're stealing your material and not giving you credit for it. Less than 5 minutes to go. 3-2 Oilers. Come on, Kraken. Good defense here. But we're very well-rounded here, too. I grew up in the video game era, the internet era. The internet's only been around since 1995. So I was 13 when that internet came out. And the birth of the video game era, I had an Atari 2600, in the 80s before I got my Nintendo and then my Genesis and then Nintendo 64 and Sony PlayStation. And then look where we're at now. I mean, shit, I was playing video games when they were stick figures. I dreamed for the day that video games would look like what they're going to be looking like when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. I mean, life is going to shut down. The world is going to shut down. Grand Theft Auto 6 and Stranger Things Season 5. Those two things happen, good luck. Because it's going to be hard to be able to reach your friends and other people because they're going to be busy. Come on, Kraken. We just got to find a way to get one goal here. Not two, just one. Joey just got to be able to hold them off here in this last third period, find a way to get to OT. AOL Internet. Yeah, I remember the AOL. Beginning of those AOL little discs in the mail for the little free trials and the AOL chat. We can definitely age ourselves here. All right, commercial break. 3-2 Oilers. Let's go. We did this game a couple days ago. Didn't turn out too well. So hopefully this one will be a little bit better for us. Find a way, baby. Who will it be? Jared McCann? Joey DeCourt? Someone's got to step up. Let's go. Maybe Bjorky? Maybe Tomas Tata? We need someone to step up. Let's go, baby. I would like to see Kyler Yamamoto get something going. He's been a little quiet for a few games. Come on, Kyler. If I put up your photo, can you get us that goal? Huh? $9.99. AOL, Net Zero, LimeWire, with like the music and whatnot. The good old days. Earthlink. Like the shitty internet. All right, less than 4 minutes to go. We're running out of time here. See if we can get any other goats to come through and show some love. We need 6 people to help us get to 20. So if you're in the room, do your boy a solid. 5 more people to smash the like button if you haven't done it already. Please do. Show some support for your boy. I don't want us to go into empty net until, hell, I don't even really want us to go into empty net at all. Oh, we got a scrap. Oh, we got punches thrown right in front of the Edmonton Oiler net. Bang, 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 bang. Multiple guys throwing punches. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. We got a couple guys scrapping in the mix, and of course the refs are stopping it too early. Who's on the bottom there? Is that Yanni Gord? Oh, Yanni got blasted in the head. Is he bleeding? Oh, Yanni got fucked up. Let me see this replay again. And they got smashed all into the net here. Oh, damn! Oh, so he smashed, he checked the guy into the boards, and then he came after him. And he tried to choke him from behind. What kind of move is that, Edmonton? You got to give a guy a choke from behind? There we go. Where was this energy? His forehead is bleeding like a motherfucker. Roughing. Let's look at this review again. There's a good check here. Forehead is fucking gushing a little bit. Yanni Gord. And they already are battling a little bit right here, and they're getting chippy with each other. Bang! Into the boards. He's all... He's like, fuck that. And then all of a sudden, he's like, tries to choke him from behind. And you got the goalie and all of them that are trying to choke him. Trying to hit him with the Reggie Miller. Hit him with the Reggie Miller. Hit him with the choke. Hit him with the Reggie Miller, Spike Lee. All right. Well, maybe that'll give us a little boost of energy right here. Yeah, I like it when they let him fight for like 5 minutes. Like I've been doing streams, obviously all year, And then I think it was the Black Hawk game where Connor Bedard got his jaw broken. I did that. I have never seen more fights than that in years. That one they had probably like 11 fights, and then obviously Bedard got his jaw broken. And then when that happened, obviously they let them, fight in like I think the beginning of the second period or the third period after they've been kind of jawing for 2 periods, and then they actually let them fight for like 5 minutes, and the camera was on them the whole time. That's the only game all year that I've done that they actually let them fight for like the full 5 minutes, and I love that. You might end up getting a little, jaw, soreness, a couple black eyes. Maybe your nose gets fucked up a little bit. A couple shots to the abdomen. But I love it when we get, matchups like that. But I think that the players knew that, Bedard's, jaw might have been broken, and that's why they, got into such a scrap. So I love it, man. That's another good one. Did you end up hearing the one that I read off earlier? It was a good one, man. And like I said, I don't usually have too many that come up on my timeline on Twitter/X, but I thought it was really, really, inspirational and important, to realize that things aren't going to get easier. It's just that people handle the hard stuff better than others. Wow, look at his face. God, he's bleeding from his eye. Yanni Gord is bleeding everywhere, from his eye and from his forehead. He's going to the locker room. Well, it was kind of a long one, but it was really good. Let's see if I can find it here again. So it's from Tara Lawson, when she's speaking to her Duke basketball team, and it's about shifting mindset. And that we all wait in life for things to get easier. Think in your own life, I just got to get through this, and then it's going to be easy. It's what we do. We wait for stuff to get easier. It never gets easier. What happens is you handle hard better, or the people try to handle the hard better. Most people think in life it's going to get easier. Basketball is going to get easier. School, life, it never gets easier. What happens is you become someone that handles the hard stuff better. That's a mental shift that has to occur in your brain. And if you go around waiting for stuff to get easier in life, it's never going to happen. And then what happens? Oh, it's so hard. I can't do it. When is it going to be easy for me? It's easy for everyone else, but not me. And it's not. It's hard for everyone. And the second that you see that you're handling the hard better, what are we going to do? We're going to make it harder and harder and harder because we're preparing you for what you have in life. And then you think, oh, life is like, oh, it's like when I go to college and then, oh, I get a degree, everything is going to get easier. Everything gets harder. Make yourself a person that handles hard well, not someone that's waiting for the easy. Because if you have a meaningful pursuit in life, it's never going to be easy. If you're trying to win a championship, you're trying to win in life, you got to be able to, if you're trying to have a family, ask your parents, you think it was ever easy for them? If you want to be successful, it goes to the people that handle hard well. Those are the people that get the stuff that they want. If it's hard, don't get discouraged. It's supposed to be. Don't wait for it to be easy because it won't. Make yourself someone that handles the hard well, then whatever comes your way, you're going to be great. And I really think that applies to not only my life, but maybe your guys' as well, if you got dreams and goals. You think it was peaches and cream for me to get to 20,000 subs. When I originally did the channel with a partner and then they quit, I had to reinvent myself multiple times. We first started the channel just doing NFL, reactions, and that's it. Damn it. There's a goal on Joey DeCord, 4-2 Oilers. Damn it. This one might be over. Like I said, life isn't easy, but you got to be able to see the little W's in life, especially when things get tough. And on top of that, having to battle depression, anxiety, and a lot of things, getting fired from a job, being in bed for 3 weeks, being very, very low, barely showering, barely eating. I know some of y'all have gone through that as well, where we've, hit that point, but you have to realize, you're the one that got yourself into that point, and you're the one that has to get yourself out of the hole. You just can't be woe is me, forever. At some point you got to cry and then realize that, things are going to be able to get better, but it starts with you. And you got to be able to look at the things that you've been doing to yourself in the last, so amount of time. And, have you been putting yourself in a rut? Have you not been exercising? Have you not been talking to friends? Have you not been, listening to music? Have you been able to do the things to put yourself back on track? And a lot of times, we kind of sabotage ourselves without even realizing it. Bad things happen to people, all the time. Bad things happen to good people. But again, it's all about recognizing, it's not as bad as you think. You end up getting a flat tire. It could have been two. You ended up getting two flat tires. Someone could have slashed all four. You always have to realize whatever bad shit happens to you, it can always be worse. And if you have that mindset, it'll help you in life a lot. I know it's helped me a lot. 4-2 Oilers, less than 2 minutes to go. This one is over, but we're trying to fight the best that we can. Hopefully we can get at least one more goal for Pride. Hey, Jenna. Nice knowing you. I love it when people come in here and try to tell me what to do. Those are always the people that don't like, don't sub, never donate. We got to talk about mental health. Plus, like I said, we got a minute left. What do you want me to report on? We're out there getting our ass kicked. The game is over. We're at 4-2. I appreciate that very much. I already knew it was going to be tough. This is the last game on the road trip, and they're 11-0, so they're the hottest team in the NHL. So I already knew coming into the matchup we had to be hot right away, and then Joey would have to give up 3 goals or less. So, and I appreciate that. We look for genuine people. And what am I RIPing before? I'm not dying, bro. There is no rest in peace. What's up? Check marks are going to be for people that are verified sometimes, through how you have it through like Facebook or Instagram, and then obviously people on Twitter /X. Sometimes you can pay for it. At this point, sometimes they'll give it to celebrities for free. So the whole check mark thing on Twitter X isn't as lucrative as it was before. Especially now when people pay money and you can get a check mark. But does that make you special? The check mark doesn't really mean anything anymore on Twitter X. So. Oh, congratulations! On what platform? On YouTube or on a different platform? What kind of content do you do on your channel or on your wherever your subscribers are at? On Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. What kind of content do you do? Is it fashion? Well, I'm big on fashion too. I'm a collector, so I've been a collector, since the 80s and stuff, and it's more than just like sneakers, it's in general. So. But congratulations with that. That's awesome. A lot of hard work, it takes to be able to, you got to understand also too, only 2% of like 140 million YouTube channels, right, hit 10,000 subs or more. 2%, so like I said, it's not a lot, but again, it's a lot of effort and energy, you know what I mean? And congratulations with the hard work put in. Beauty and fashion, that's awesome. Maybe we can collab sometime for something. That's awesome. Yeah, we got a really good core group. Every once in a while, we'll get trolls and we'll get people, but I don't put up with any of the bullshit. You know what I mean? We just try to create a safe place, not only for women, but just in general, because it's like, if you're a woman or a girl or, whatever age you're at, and you get certain channels where, people get bullied or, people start acting weird and, try to like hit on the people in the room, it's like, there's going to be a time and a place for certain things. This isn't Tinder, you know what I mean? Like, this is YouTube. So I always try to create a safe place for everyone, including women and girls and grandmas, whatever. I mean, the age group from our channel here is anywhere from 18 to 90. So it's like half the fan base is under 40, half the fan base is over 40. So I like to be able to interact with people from all over the globe. And it doesn't matter if you're gay or if you're straight, if you live here in America or if you're in a foreign country, as long as you have good chat etiquette and you're not an asshole, and you can get along with the other people in the room, you're going to be a part of the Fanatic family. So. And that's the end of the matchup. 4-2 Oilers. Congratulations to Edmonton. And remember, mental health is very, very important. If you are, at a point where you feel a little uneasy, make sure that you're doing the things to get yourself out of that rut. And, whether that's listen to music, talk to friends, go for a walk, spend time with pets, read. There's going to be a lot of things that you can do to get yourself. For me, I think one of the best things you can do for mental health is tap into your childhood. Tap into things that you loved when you were 5 to 12 years old. Because remember, when you were 5 to 12, everything was awesome. Like everything was like your favorite thing. So you can tap in to those things. Like me, I'm a toy and sport memorabilia collector, cards, magazines, comics, starting lineups, McFarlane's. But I always like to tap into Transformers, G.I. Joes, Ninja Turtles. And then if I can go and tap into something when I was younger, it definitely can bring a smile to your face and give your mental health a good uplifting. Big facts. Well, I appreciate all of y'all very, very much from coming through. It looks like we got some new subs on the channel. Hopefully we can end up getting a few more likes, subs, donos, and we'll see what we end up getting into tomorrow. If we get into an NHL matchup tomorrow, or if we end up doing NBA. So what we got on slate for tomorrow. So for the NHL, we got only 4 matchups: Wild and Panthers, Red Wings and Hurricanes, Devils and Blue Jackets. Those are all at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And then Islanders and Blackhawks, no Connor Bedard. And then if we do NBA, which we don't do that often, we only do it when there's nothing like really going on. We got Nuggets Celtics at 4:30 on ESPN, so that is a possibility. I live in Oregon. We could always do Pacers Blazers, but obviously the Blazers are one of the bottom 5 teams in the NBA, and even Blazer fans don't give a shit about the Blazers right now because they're so terrible. So we'll decide what we do there. And then on the NFL side, we got Texans, Ravens, Packers, Niners. I'm going to do Packers, Niners on Saturday night for sure. We may do Texans and Ravens, but I got a pup, so I want to make sure I'm not ignoring her, for the 8-hour stretch. And then we got Bucks and Lions, and then Chiefs, Bills on Sunday. So for now, we'll probably do, I don't know, we probably will do NHL tomorrow, but we'll see. And then Packers, Niners, Chiefs, Bills on Saturday night and Sunday night for sure. And then maybe we'll do Bucks, Lions, Texas, Ravens as the early game, just depending on, what I got going on. I don't want to ignore my pup and whatnot. So I guess it just depends on what we do tomorrow. I'm trying to look at the matchups. So we got Wild, Panthers, Red Wings, Hurricanes. Devils, Blue Jackets is probably the one that I would end up doing because we do have a mod on the channel that's a Devils fan. So I'll message him tomorrow morning and see if he can show up. And if he can show up, we'll do that Devils Blue Jackets game. If not, then we'll either do one of the other matchups. Maybe we do the Nuggets and the Celtics. And then if not, maybe we take the day off. But I'm definitely doing matchups on Saturday. So for sure, Packers, Niners. Maybe we do Texans, Ravens, but I'm thinking I'll probably spend time with my pup and then, watch Texans and Ravens with my pup. And then we'll do Packers, Niners for sure. And then probably do Bucks, Lions, Chiefs, Bills on Sunday for obviously the divisional round. So shout out to everyone that came in and commented, shared, donated. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Hopefully I can inspire you guys with a little bit of the mental health. And it seems like we got a few great people to be a part of this channel moving forward. Shout out to you and congratulations on your 100K. Keep grinding, like I said. And it's not always about the money and the fame and the views and the subs. Sometimes it's just about, expressing yourself showing people how you are and how you live, and also being able to help others. And if you can help other people, that's the best thing that you can do in life. And that's pretty much what I try to do on a daily basis. So shout out to you for your 100K. And here's to you to get to another 100K. I'm only at 20. I'm trying to get there. But maybe we can, collab one day and we can help each other out, based off the fashion and the sports, that we can merge together. So shout out to you. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. And shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Lion, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out.